Alright, hey there everybody, Siri here, and welcome back to this playthrough of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We ended up being very, very close to finishing our Korok hunt at the end of last stream, and also found one of those last two remaining Taluses. So, what I'm hoping tonight is to basically set the stage for a finale stream next week. And I think there's a pretty decent chance that we'll be able to pull that off tonight. Also, welcome back, Troopers and Kelly and Nat. It's good to see you all again. And yeah, it's been a busy day. But Sundays usually are, so it's been nice to look forward to getting back to this at the end of the day. Also, I think I do, Troopers. I won't say I've played at least one of them, and found it was a fun game. I don't know if I would, assuming it's representative of the series as a whole, I don't know that I'd go out of my way to play more of them, but it was a fun game. I didn't find too much wrong with it. Alright, so, back in this one though, we are down to 5 Koroks, or 5 Korok seeds, I believe, left to hunt. And if I remember correctly, one of those is also a double, so we really do not have too many more of these to find. It feels so strange to be that close to the end of the game. But as just a heads up, we're not going to actually finish the Korok hunt today. Assuming that double is... assuming I didn't miscount somewhere and one of these is a double, I'm going to leave that double as a backpack Korok to have some fun with in the finale stream. And we'll just pick up the other ones, and then go switch over to Talus hunting, and see if we can find that last Talus for the other part of the completion. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. It's, that does hurt to decide to take an astray and then realize that you're not going to be able to keep them because of something like that. Okay, I should break this down a bit and figure out where I want to spiral from. I did find a Korok here right at the end of the stream last time, which was fun. I think I'd like to start... let's start from here, and just sort of work our way through this, go along the spiral, and make sure there aren't any other Koroks hiding in there. Yeah, we'll make for the shrine to start things off. Oh yikes, yeah. That's not a disease I'm super familiar with. I had a grandfather who actually passed away from that a long while ago. I don't know if it's exactly the same as the cat version, but it's not a pleasant disease. Okay. I'd also pull this up. I haven't taken a look at this completion chart since last time. Oh, I'm sorry. We have 7 Korok seeds to find, not 5. Which means 6 Koroks to track down and locate. I feel pretty confident that we'll be able to find those without too much trouble. Especially since I know that they're all going to be in this southern half of Akala. It narrows down the search area a little bit. But that is a relief. Makes it a little bit less scary to handle them. Or, I'd say them, it's a single cat. So this is probably not our last remaining Talus. Yeah, already beaten you. Yeah, cats can definitely be that way. As long as they're not being, brats, but you can say the same thing about basically any critter. Okay, let's check this coastline, go up and down, and then check the spiral once we get to that section of the coast. Is that Talus still after me? Oh. It's a persistent rock monster. That is something I can sympathize with. We have a dog in our house, and yeah, I don't know if I would quite say spoiled, but she's very well taken care of. Also forgetting that I should probably be using the efficiency for this. Where is it? There you are. I'm too used to just using the cloak. I'm actually planning on using a lot of these outfits next time, assuming it's the finale, of course. Feels like a good excuse to actually go through the entire wardrobe a little bit. Oh, that one is silver. Oh no. Named him and everything. I don't know why I thought the thing was carrying around an ice lizzle. Oh, okay, that's why you were asking. Okay, so we'll head back here. Check up into this little corner and down the coast right up to here and see what else we find. Yeah, Final Fantasy spin-off was the feel I got out of the one I played. I want to say it was Trials. I think I actually have it on the Switch. Right, this was the Hinox that I crossed off the map at the end of last time. I'm going to just check this cliffside before we keep going up. I swear, a lot of the times while I've been out and about Korok hunting, I've had Rex's come out line playing in my head. Not quite the same activity, but technically it is foraging for plant life. Yeah, I think I played one of the newer remakes of it. It didn't feel like a 90s game, or didn't... The graphics didn't feel like a 90s game, rather. Okay. Wait a minute. I think we just found our backpack. Hey! Yes, we did. Go away. I need to mark you on the map, little guy. I will not be taking you to your friend today, I'm sorry. You'll have to wait. I have something very special planned for you. Very special. Oh, no, I wouldn't say spared. That is not the word I would use, Sign. More of a, delayed inevitability. And actually, part of that is only going to be delayed until later today, assuming we find the rest of these in a timely manner. So we only need to find 5 more. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it. But, so what I'm hoping to do for the finale is take this little guy on an adventure. And I mean an actual adventure, not just a rocket-powered trip to his friend. And part of what I'd like to do in that last stream is a boss rush, and just go through, you know, all of the minor bosses and the major bosses in the game. And I would like to bring this Korok along to be an audience for every single one of those. Would also like to visit all of the geoglyphs along the way, relive those cutscenes in between. And then we'll cap things off with Ganondorf. I'm not going to bring the Korok to fight Ganondorf. I will drop him off at this buddy and then pick up our prize from Hetsu. But that is the plan. I think the one I'm most concerned about is Colgera, and that's part of why I want to experiment tonight to make sure that that's something that's actually doable. Because I don't know if it will send him back to where I found him, because I'm so far in the air when we're fighting Colgera. So I'd like to find out now if I need to do something particularly silly to make sure that he doesn't run away. Is that a rock? Yes, it is. I see you. Come here. Alright. Another one down. So that's technically 3 down. And we only need to find 4 more. Let me make sure I mark that. Yeah, so we've gotten 31. With 1 more found. Or 2 more found, rather. We'll go over all of this lower area around Terrytown and then start working our way up around the rim. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I do have a very convenient way to fly a Korok around, thanks to this flying machine. Even if it's a little trickier to steer with the extra weight. We can spend some time tinkering and making this flying machine a little better suited to carrying it. There's also figuring out how to get the Korok down a chasm in the first place. And that does have to happen because otherwise I won't be able to have it spectating when I rematch all of the temple bosses. I think I'm going to need to use a balloon to do it. So I don't think I can use this flying machine to just go straight down. It'll be moving forward. So I need to figure out a different way, and I also don't think I can just drop it down a chasm and follow it down that way. But these are all things that we can test. Oh wow, I'm listening to the Terrytown theme here, and I really appreciate how cleanly it transitions from the actual Terrytown theme to the construction site theme down here. Just goes from the same spot in the theme to the different one with... It's a nice clean transition. Really well done. Okay. So it doesn't look like there are any more Koroks hiding down here. Hey there, Bergs. Welcome back. And Hudson, welcome back. Not too much. We found a couple of Koroks. And I've been discussing some of my plans for what we'll be doing for the finale next week, assuming I manage to find everything I'm looking for tonight. As a brief summary, basically planning to do a boss rush tour of Hyrule, and bring a Korok along for the ride. Hmm. Yeah, I do want to loop all the way up to here, and then be checking out Shadow Pass as well. But I think before I do that, we're going to check around this mountain, make sure I don't miss this upper area, and forget to check back over it. Oh. Yinabo, how did you miss that? It was point blank. I'm not sure I actually checked that far area last time. If I end up short of Korok, we might go back and just check over that quickly and make sure. Come out, come out. Silly Koroks. I will find you. We'll loop around the stable, head back north, and then head back south again. And this one with the cuckoo pretending to be, or Yiga pretending to be a cuckoo. Ah, those silly ninjas. Ooh, robots. Honestly, I think one of the things I will be a little sad about is that there's not, as far as I know, a way that we can rematch Koga again. And I also don't think there's a way to rematch the Spirit Temple boss. Very unfortunate. Oh wow, okay. Well, I guess that could be a thing. That wasn't actually a franchise I ever really got into myself, but I know it's hugely popular, so... And it's always nice to see some of your favorite stuff getting more attention. I hope it turns out well. Although, speaking of things that have actually turned out really well, that I had pretty limited expectations for, that new, well, new old, I guess, X-Men 97 series that they started a few weeks ago has actually been really, really good. And I say that as someone who didn't watch the original series at all. I've been enjoying it. It's really well done. So Uni approved is what you're saying. Where are these silly things hiding? We have already found a couple in here. Could still be one up here somewhere. And I guess there's space for a Korok or two around the Citadel. Well, I guess we'll see. Pretty sure once we get up to here it's technically part of Death Mountain, but there's no harm in skating by, just in case. I have actually read some of them, Troopers. I know at one point, a while back, I picked up... There was a subscription thing online that basically unlocked a whole collection of the early comics. And it just sort of binge-read through, well, most of their history. It was a lot of fun. Some of them were better than others, but overall I enjoyed a lot of it. There we go. And yes, that one has been defeated. Good. Honestly, I'm not really sure age has too much of a an impact on your ability to enjoy them, personally, at least. And if anything, being older gives you a whole different perspective on a lot of the ones that are actually done really well. I think the X-Men are actually a really good example of that. The early comics are very, very, like, Saturday morning cartoony. But there are a lot of really neat... It's not a Korok, is it? It is a Korok. But there are a lot of really neat stories and themes going on through basically like going really, really far back into their comic history. It's neat. Funnily, I think I actually started reading them all because of the... Oh, I think it's the X-Men Legends games that came out back in the, like, GameCube era. And those were a couple of games that I've really enjoyed. Okay, so Korok found. Let me make sure I check the rest of this area and we'll go over the Citadel itself. Wait, no, I just went over this area. Citadel time. Definitely going to do a few passes around, just to make sure there aren't any hiding on a ledge somewhere. And also try to be careful so that this Gleeok doesn't decide that it wants to take a bite out of me. Silly thing. I might end up having to deal with it, but for now, we'll try to avoid it. Is that Zelda? It is. Just give her a wave. I'm kinda surprised there aren't more Koroks on the side of this mountain. There are a lot of very conveniently placed trees that would be perfect hiding spots. Oh, look who it is down there. We've got some gloomy hands. I think I might have inventory space for that. Yeah, actually, I think I do. Yep, and we can drop this. Or maybe this one. Just use it to bomb the hands down and move along after that. Come here, you. I know I saw you. There they are. Oh, and that just frees up space already. Nice. trying to figure out which ones I should use. I guess I can use this one. Oh. Oh, jeez. Seriously, I am really bad at dodging right now. Don't even have the shield up. This is actually some good practice, since I will end up fighting Ganondorf at the end of next stream, and clearly I need the practice. Wow. Okay. Fine. I will practice with a better weapon next time. Go away. Yeah, wow, I really do need the practice, don't I? Yikes. That was remarkably bad. Okay, no Koroks up at the top, though, so the next stop is down around Gleeok territory, which means I'm probably going to end up fighting it so I can check out that spot properly. I think I skipped the area around the Gleeok last time just because I figured there are no Koroks near Gleeoks. There have been some Koroks that have proven me wrong, so I'm not leaving anything to chance this time. Yep, okay. Oh, that was definitely not where I meant to go. Okay. Where is my Thunder Helm? Wait, that still does damage? What? Ridiculous. I'm supposed to be totally immune to electricity. Don't tell me how it's a laser beam attached to the electricity. That shouldn't matter. Wait. Inabo, you're supposed to body block that for me. I'll go ahead and use this. Or just breaking all the weapons right now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use another. I could just be using the key cycles, but I'd like to keep that stash for next time, and also force myself to improve a little bit, because clearly I need some practice. Oh, darn it. And now it's flying away. Well, I guess I got a little too fancy, didn't I? Whoa! Oh, we are right in your face, aren't we? I think that is the closest I've ever been to just going straight into it the entire time I've played this game. Also, hey there, Nagon, welcome back. It's good to see you again. All of that because it wouldn't let me go Korok hunting in peace. This is not. Assuming things go according to plan tonight, this will be the second to last stream, and next week we will have the finale. Okay, so now that the grumpy dragon is not going to bother us anymore, could probably, yes, but I'm not planning to. I would like to, considering how long I've been at this game, I would like to send it off properly. Oh, really? Oh, it's a puzzle. Instead of just spending most of it meandering around aimlessly looking for Koroks. Ah, I see. We could also do that, troopers, but I'm not planning to do that for a while. I think that would be excessive. I mean, I've been playing this game for almost a year straight now, so... I think that's enough, and I can give it a break. And maybe come back to it when they announce the next Zelda game. Yeah, so under the bridge. I'm not going to head down to the lake, so I'm pretty sure that's part of the Death Mountain Canyon area. Going to loop up and around and then follow this cliff, which I think is the Zora's domain area. It is. Oh, also going to need to recraft this flying machine. Oh wow, I am low on Sonite. something else I should probably restock on, assuming we head underground. Well, assuming. We will probably be heading underground. There are a couple of caves I'd like to check, especially on Death Mountain. I feel like there's an Talus up here somewhere in a cave, and I'd like to find it and make sure I've taken it down before I start going underground. I think the caves around the crater are the most likely ones for it to be hiding in, but if I don't find it there, we'll head further down the mountain and check all of them. I did not check this road yet. Okay. So, yeah, we've checked basically all of this, I think, pretty thoroughly, which means this should be the last section to look through, right in here. And I only need to find 2 more. So, here's hoping we find them without too much trouble. Is it 2 or 3? I'm trying to think. I know, let's see, we found 2 in here. There was 1 down here, and found this one, so that's 5. Yeah, there should only be 2 more. It's not a good idea to start losing count. Aha! There's one, probably under the bridge. Koroks are basically Hylian versions of trolls. If there is a bridge, they are lurking underneath it. I see you. Oh, jeez. And it's thunderstorming, of course it is. I don't have a good weapon for this, do I? Oh, and I need to unequip that as well. Go away. I have a Korok that is a much higher priority than you. I did do a Breath of the Wild lead up to this, Troopers. Not 100% playthrough or anything, but I did do one. Where's the thing shooting at me? There you are. But yeah, it basically came right out of Xenoblade and into Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. There aren't really any good things to use here, are there? Well, time for a rocket. Alright, so there's only one Korok left to find in the entire game. That feels so incredible to say. Okay, so I've checked through this area. Let's follow this river and make sure there's nothing hiding down here. And then I think we'll start... I think we should go through this first and then work our way up. I don't have to go down to this. We did this last time. But if I head down here, we can just section this off and limit how much area we need to go through up here. Plus, I've already been basically up to here already, so it's a lot more likely we'll find it down here. Yeah, no, we went over the castle pretty thoroughly. I don't think... Yeah, we already found one up here and up here, so nothing up there. But yeah, there shouldn't be any Koroks left in Hyrule Castle. At least if my whole Korok by region count is accurate. Shouldn't be anything left in the castle. Wait a minute. I hear you. Where are you? Where are you? I wonder if it's all the way down there. I don't see anything. Oh, maybe right... Yeah, right in here. Hi there, you. Next Final Fantasy is almost certainly going to be 7, the remake. But I don't think that's going to happen until after I play through the remaster of Thousand Year Door. I think we did it. That should leave us with 2 Koroks left to find in the entire game. I'm going to double check that. Or I'm just going to do a quick teleport over here and make sure. But we should have 998 out of 1,000 Korok seeds collected. We do! We're done! Koroks are done. I'm done. Except for that last backpack, but the backpack Korok is not going to be reunited with his buddy. Not yet. We have experiments to conduct. Oh wow, we're done. I can't believe we're done with them. Ah, feels so good. Oh, she's actually just... We're done with Koroks. I don't have to worry about Koroks anymore. They are finished, except for this one who's waiting until next time before we actually unite him with his buddy. And that also means I don't need to worry about wearing this mask anymore. We can go back to wearing something better. Ooh, I should just put the last piece of this set on. get super efficiency going. Because I do want to take you over here. No, I'm just going to walk him there because, in the interest of saving some Zonite. Yes, I know. Your friend is over there, or something. But you're not going over there. Not for a while. I'm sorry. You're going elsewhere. Ooh. Free Zonite bits. Sadly, it doesn't look like there's anything to actually launch it with. Yeah, it's not moving anywhere. Alright. Time for a walk, you. Oh, wait, no. Now we're already halfway there. So what I'll do is, we're just going to experiment with this and see if I can't get him underground, and then I'm going to check on Colgera. We'll find the nearest Colgera and go punch it, and see if this Korok is still around afterwards. One can only hope. These monsters are going to be silly about this, aren't they? Oh, he was getting ready to actually do something there. Is he complaining at the Moblin for trying to pick him up? That's hilarious. Where did the silver go? Oh, he got picked up by the... Oh, I didn't realize that could happen. Go away. All of you are getting in the way of me delivering this Korok to his real destination. Which is underground. He's going on an adventure. This is going to be part 1 of his adventure. The experimental part, where we discover exactly what we can do and keep him with us. Or while keeping him with us, rather. Alright. So, assuming Dinral isn't going to spook us by flying up out of this hole, here is my thought. I need a balloon. Is there not a platform for it? I could have sworn there was. Fascinating. I really thought there was a platform for this thing. I guess you need to find a platform out in the wild to use this properly. Oh. Or I can just use one of the schematics to do that. This one. Yeah, I might need to use a sled just to get it moving in the first place. But the cart is probably the better one to use. Alright, let me get you on board. I want you stuck here. Good. You're not going anywhere I don't want you going. And then I think I need to put it on this slope and be very careful to get on board before it rolls into the abyss. Oh, is it not gonna move? Oh, okay. I see. It's not centered, which is a problem. Okay. I feel like this is going to be some very interesting timing. Nope. You get back here. Okay, you can start moving again, but I wonder if I can... Come on. Just need it to move a little bit. Okay, it's moving, but it's not going where I want it to. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. Stabilizing. Good. Stabilizing. Wait, where did my Korok go? My Korok has left me. Where did he go? Okay, this kinda worked. Oh, oh, and if I can make this work, this lands us right next to a frog, just in time. Okay. Okay. So, we have ourselves a construction that should get the Korok underground. Unless there's something built into the game that prevents you from bringing Korok underground, which would be very disappointing to me. I would still take the Korok on a tour of Hyrule's surface, but I'd really, really like to take it underground too. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Going to make this trip a little faster so I can make sure. Alright, you. Yes, yes. Don't run away this time. I'm bringing you on an adventure. You should be happy about this. I wonder if that's just something built into the game. It says, no, Koroks are not allowed to go underground. And if you get too close to getting underground, they just despawn. they have an emergency eject button that prevents you from abusing them too much. We will find out. Yep, he just disappears. Oh, that's very annoying. Oh, that's very annoying. Oh, there it goes. I was wondering if the game was about to crash because I was being too cruel to Koroks. I feel like there's no way to get around that either. I'm pretty sure that they just despawn if you get below a certain threshold in elevation. It could just be tied to chasms, because those would be the only real way to get below ground. That's very annoying. One more test, then. I want to make sure that I can actually bring this guy, with me to the rest of Hyrule. You are a coward, little guy. I will keep you safe, trust me. This will be an adventure you can tell all your buddies about. You should just come with me. Don't tell me that your friend is all the way back here. I'll get you there, eventually. But first I'm going to take you over to Death Mountain and see if we can't locate an Igneo Talus. Oh, I'm so annoyed, though. I can't bring a Korok to spectate for all of the temple bosses. It's so annoying. Silly game. How could you do this to me? Yeah, we'll start with those two, and then work our way further down. No Korok boundary indeed. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Assuming we can take him all the way to Death Mountain, though. And that should mean I can take him wherever I want to go in Hyrule. And I might test that, too. And make sure that I can, at the very least, take him to say hello to a King Gleeok. Because there are a few of them up in the sky. And that would at least be an acceptable adventure to bring the Korok along for before we bring him to his buddy. Oh! Blood Moon. I guess I have been punching a lot of bosses. Hmm. Okay. So it does look like I can bring this guy anywhere as long as it's on the surface. And the only real limit, then, is you can't bring them underground. I wonder if that includes caves. Hmm. We will find out. Oh, it's hot in here. Wait, this helmet doesn't immediately make me fireproof, does it? I think I need 2 pieces of the set. Yep, need 2 pieces of the set. Okay. Also, this Korok is not disappearing. Which means we should be okay to bring him along. Ah. And looky there. I am pretty sure that's a Talus. Come on, you. Let's go say hello to the giant rock monster. Oh, shoot. That was... okay. Have already beaten this one then. Good. Okay, make sure that that's marked on the map. And the Korok is still there. Excellent. Yeah, don't have a spare shield. Which is fine. I do not know why that one's equipped. Really? 1 gemstone out of a rare? Fine. Okay, good. And now that we're out, we go back to efficiency. Let's... Where is the nearest one? Oh, there. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I do want to go and punch one with this guy in tow, and I want to make sure that he won't disappear on me when I take him to one of these islands. So, let's head south. This will be a bit of a long flight, and once I confirm this, as long as I can drop him off on the island, we'll teleport down below ground and start our Talus hunt. probably going to do a little bit of restocking of Zonite while we're down there as well. I don't like being as low as I am right now. It's, not the best. Alright, troopers, take care, and thanks for stopping by. It's good to have you back. Any reports that this Korok is in distress are clearly false. He hasn't said a word. And that definitely isn't because he's too distressed to speak. Yeah, so I think the only bosses I won't be able to bring this guy along for will be the Froxes and the 4 temple bosses that you can only find underground. That is a possibility. Hey there, Sandman, welcome back. And yes, in fact, we did find all of them. I am currently carrying along the last Korok in the game that we don't have a seed for. Other than that, we are at 998 out of 1000. I will not be reuniting this Korok with his buddy tonight. I have other plans in mind for him. And we'll be taking him on an adventure next time for the finale stream. All assuming that I do find that last Talus tonight, but we've still got plenty of time, and I think that the last Talus is going to be underground. Not completely positive about that, but I'm going to head underground to start looking in earnest after I do this last test with the Korok. And that way I can also start converting all of those skulls underground into diamonds where they are actually taluses, so I can have a better idea of how many taluses I've actually found down there. Yeah, Nadra. I guess there is a chance that I don't end up finding the Talus tonight, but I really hope we do. If we don't, I might need to do one more stream before the finale, and while that would get me closer to being able to legitimately schedule that finale stream for the Tears of the Kingdom release anniversary, I would rather just make it next week. It's always fun to see those dragons flying around. I need to find a spot to land, don't I? I think we can make it over there. Just barely. This Korok over here is like, wait, where are we? This is nowhere near where I asked you to take me. I wonder what happens if I talk to him. My friend is sending up a smoke signal. You can definitely see it from this angle. Well, he is getting a lift. Maybe not in the manner or direction he was expecting or hoping for, but he's getting a lift. I wonder if I should just attach another fan or two to this to stabilize it. It's very hard to fly straight with these Koroks on board. So silly backpacks. They're very heavy. So this would be the last test, I think, that I'll need to do with this guy, is make sure that he doesn't poof out of existence when we get up into the sky area. Because if he doesn't, I can also take him— oh, shoot! Well, that was not what I intended to do. Thankfully, he's still here. Excellent. Unfortunately, now I need to get all the way back up. But, as I was saying, we're basically just going to try and make sure that he doesn't poof out of existence when we get into the sky, which means that I can take him to say hello to a Kingliok and the constructs, the flux constructs, as well as everything I can find on the surface level. Hey there, Hyde. Welcome to the stream. really does feel like I need another fan or two. I guess that would be something else I can test, too, is just try and optimize this flying machine to escort a Korok in an efficient manner. It has been a while since I've said hello to this big guy. Five out of 5 stars, definitely. I mean, just think of the experience he's getting. He's going where no Korok has ever gone before. And, I mean, we're also giving him so many ideas for vacations or hiding places. He should be absolutely happy with all of this. Oh, shoot. Also, I'm going to go ahead and use an equipment set I haven't used very much. Just simplify this fight a little bit. Oh, so the Korok survives even with the flying machine. Okay. These are great things to know. So the Korok sticks around, as long as I don't get too far away from it, or try to take it underground. This Korok over here is like, why am I in the middle of this? Why is there a giant dragon right over there? Get me out of here, please. Your friend will wait. Your friend has been very patient. Your friend can wait a little bit longer. See, look at this view. You can tell your friend all about this, and how the giant scary dragon that used to be here isn't here anymore. At least until the next blood moon. So I think I can safely say that I can take this guy anywhere in Hyrule as long as it isn't underground. Show me where your friend is, little guy. All the way over there. Well, you'll have to wait. Okay. One more experiment. Oh wow, you can just chase him all the way down. Kind of expected him to despawn on the way down. Must be a remarkably sturdy backpack. Oof. Well, I'm glad the videos are helping, Christopher. I'm sorry to hear that you're having a rough time. But yeah, sometimes people can be horrible. It's part of life, and that is unfortunate. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad the videos are helping, and I'm glad to see you back again. One extra experiment being conducted over here too. So, I know that it pops out of existence if I go underground with it attached to a Zonai construct. What happens if I drop you without it being attached to anything at all? Okay, it just disappears. Fair enough. So he zapped himself all the way back up here. I'm not going to be going down here because I guarantee there are no Taluses involved in that area. I did want to start in the Gerudo Desert underground region and sort of work my way north from here. So, we're going to head down here to start, and start cruising around the underground one more time. In search of the last Talus that I have not punched yet. It's actually been a pretty long while since I came underground at all. For any real length of time, at least. Okay. So, to start with, I need to make sure that I'm tracking Taluses that would be in this area. Let's go with Luminous. I feel like those are more common than the other types. And I think it would just be a higher likelihood of finding something. And if I end up missing them, then we will continue searching until we find it. Also going to make sure I check out all of these skulls along the way, and either take them off the map, or convert them, depending on what exactly they represent. That one's a Hinox, don't need you. I think I am going to make a stop here. Could use some more Moblin horns and really desperately need the Zonite. I guess I'll just use the Master Sword for now. Excellent. This will also be a good way to restock on arrows, too. I don't think I've ever really been in danger of running out of those, but it never hurts to get more. How many do I have? Yeah, we've still got a few hundred. So a decent stash. Okay. I think this one's going to be frog, yeah. I'll leave the frogs alone. Although, the frogs I'll leave alone, but their stash of Zonite would be really nice to grab, as long as I can be sneaky about it. The fact that they do that whole giant jump every time they turn at all is a great way to just jump scare you and make you think you've been spotted, even if they haven't actually caught on to the fact that you're there yet. I am going to leave the frogs marked, because I do want to punch a frog during the tour. Which one is the biggest type of frog? The blue-white frogs. That would be the one I'd want to punch more than any of the others. Okay. Just going to do a quick loop through here, make sure there isn't a Talus hiding in here that I've missed somehow. Oops. Ran into the ceiling by accident. Okay. Yeah, so what I'll do is we'll go from here and head east, and just go back and forth, check all of these skulls, and continue onwards. I think I will just keep going up through here, use this as my border for now, and we'll check up through here and into this, and section off this corner of the map before continuing on. Yep, that's the Hinox that I found already. It is nice to not even have to check Hinoxes because I picked up the metal for them already. Completely certain of the fact that we have killed all of them. Is that a traveler spear? Useless. No, we're about to have company. The stall horses are neat, but I have a much more effective ride. Any moblin? Nope. Okay. There is a stall Nox over there. I don't need that either. Oh, what is that? Oh. Nothing interesting. You're not a silver moblin, so I don't care about you. I should also be double-checking these areas down south of this. There's a Yiga hideout, which not really what I need. Especially since I know that I've raided all of these. I keep catching myself listening to every little sound in the game for the Korok mask lighting up, and then remembering I don't have it equipped anymore, partly because we're underground, and partly because I no longer need it. It doesn't quite feel real to actually have gotten all of the Koroks. Well, except for that last backpack one, but that one is waiting until next week. I have a grand adventure planned out for him. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. He's already experienced part 1. Oh, is that a Garuda scimitar? Is. That one is worth picking up. plus attack, which isn't bad at all. Was hoping for durability, but the extra attack's nice. I'll get that one when I loop around. Trying to remember if I had this flying machine when I came through this section the first time around. Not quite. The reason I'm down here right now is because there's one more thing I need to do to get 100%. That is track down and take out the last Talus. Oh, sorry. Track down and take out the last Talus in the game that I haven't found yet. There's a chance it's in one of the caves or wells up on the surface, but I think it's a lot more likely that it's down here. And I would really like to just start clearing the map of all of the other boss icons that I've put down here, to make it easier to tell how many Taluses I've actually found. Excellent. Alright. Do a bit of free mining. So it's kind of funny to look back at the time, feeling a little excessive Zonite farming I was doing the first tour of the depths I did. And then be here on the other end and realize that I nearly ran out Zonite by the time we finished hunting Koroks. Crazy feeling. Also means I was entirely justified the first time I did this, so it was not excessive. Every last bit of Zonite mattered. This is another frog, isn't it? I recognize frog territory at this point. It's very distinctive. What type of frog are you? I think that's a basic frog. Yeah, it's a basic frog. Wait, what? That was a direct hit on his eyeball. Is he gonna jump at me? I know they can jump. Nope. He lost interest. And good thing, because I ran directly into a tree afterwards. Sadly, he's a little bit too close to his Zonite stash for me to mine it without him spotting me. Yeah, I'll delete that one if it's a normal frog, so... When I'm doing the tour, I think I'll just hit the top level of every enemy type. With the exception of Taluses, and... well, Taluses and... Gleogs, because those two, the elemental types, are pretty distinctive. So I'll probably do 4 Taluses, the Battle Talus, a Rare Talus, and a Frost Indignio Talus. Oh, another frog. That's pretty close to the other one. And it's another normal frog. Oh. But when it comes to things like the oh! Yeah, jump. Okay. We're leaving. But yeah, when it comes to the frogs, there's really not that big of a difference between them, outside of how much health they have and how much damage they do. So there isn't really too much of a reason to go after more than one. I'm not entirely sure what that true 100% would entail, Unicorn. So I'm pretty sure I have already done basically everything down here. Or in the game, outside of, yeah, the last Talus and the last Korok that I know where it is. Hang on. What type of spear was that? It's always a Traveler Spear. When in doubt, it is always a Traveler Spear. I think this one is the Flux Construct I saw a moment ago. Hang on a minute, what is that? What's another Gerudo Scimitar? Don't mind if I do. Plus attack on you too, nice. Yeah, this one is a Flux Construct. Alright, Nat, take care. And thanks for stopping by again. It's good to have you back. Oh, we don't even get it until it wakes up. Fun. Oh, another one. Wow. This is a great spot for Gerudo Scimitars. I'm gonna drop this one and see what this has on it. Durability, perfect. Yep, so we'll head all the way down to whatever this is, and loop around, check these, and then loop back around through this. I'm not necessarily expecting to find any taluses down here in the desert area. This does feel like it would probably be one of the most, or least, Talus-friendly areas of the game. But I did want to go through all of these skulls and check them off the map. Ooh. That is a very large Zonite camp. Let's go say hello. Oh, nice shot, Tulin. Thank you. Saved me an arrow. Seeds. Most useless treasure chest reward. Wait, what? How is that not a headshot? Silly bokoblin. Another kind of weird feeling is being disappointed every time I see large Zonite, because I only need basic Zonite for, well, basically anything I want to do. Oh, I shouldn't be letting those burn. Alright, Unicorn, take care. Thanks for stopping by. Or maybe there just wasn't anything in them. Huh. I guess that is also something that could happen. Alright, I think that is the camp cleaned up. On we go. Pretty sure that's not a Gerudo two-hander. Also a little further north than I should be. Basic sword. Right, that's a frog that I already checked off the map. Another frog. Fair enough. I have caught its attention. Yes, I have. Okay, well. Nice shot, Tulin. I guess we're going to kill it. Not entirely planned, but sure. Let's see if I remember how to deal with these cleanly. And yes, I do. Wait a minute, there aren't any more crystals on your back. How are you alive? Ah, fine. Have a bomb. Yep. So this thing is now impervious to damage, outside of eating bombs or getting shot in the eyeball. Oh jeez. I need you to hold still. Or do that. That works. Silly frog. Yeah, you don't even drop enough sunlight to be worth it. Although I guess all of the crystals on his back do drop sunlight too. Forget about that. Okay, so we'll head for this next. In a roundabout sort of way. Oh, that one is a Gerudo Claymore. Hang on. We can definitely make room for that. Plus attack, not bad. that should turn into one of the strongest weapons in the game, if I attach a Lionel weapon, or Lionel horn to it. Another frog. This one, I think, is a black frog. Looking for a blue light frog. Obsidian. Not too concerned with you. Although it never feels good when you start looking for it and realize that you no longer know where it is. Gonna drop in on this camp. It's a little too valuable to ignore with 2 silver moblins in there. Wrong weapon. Oh, someone set off a... Yeah, there are some explosions about to happen over there. You're alive? How? I can tell it's been a while since I raided these camps. I used to know exactly how much I'd need to do to kill any of these enemies. Doot doot. Oh, me. Oh. We'll rescue one of these burning hammers. Okay, we're slowly getting back to a more acceptable level of Zonite. Oh, that is not what I meant to drop. That puff shroom spear has been with me for a long time now. So plus attack or durability, much better. Oh, where's my flying machine? Thought I left it over here. Eh. I guess I will have to spend some of my recently earned Zonite. It's okay, we actually have more than we started with tonight, which is a pleasant change of pace. Ooh. Gerudo's Spear, you say? What do I trade? I think I trade this. It's basically just better, with plus attack on it. Wow. We're finding some good weapons out here. Aha! A Talus. This one I think I've killed since it's marked on the map, but I do want to see what you are. Basic stone. Okay, so one Talus located. Sadly, it's one we already found, but that's going to be another frog. Obsidian, looks like. Turn around. Pay attention to me. Yeah, that's an obsidian frog. I love that they jump. Love and hate at the same time. It's one of those... It's really thematically cool. As long as you're not getting caught off guard by it the first time they do it to you and then they eat you out of the air. That part's less fun, but once you know that they can and just watch for it happen, it's really cool. So we're almost at the edge of the desert. Yeah, we'll get right to around here with the lake. Okay. And north and over. Yeah, and then from here we sort of make tracks to and past this light route. And then we start narrowing the area we're spiraling upwards in. It shouldn't be quite this far north yet. We're getting there, but I should stick to the upper areas until we're done. That's not a battle Talus. Yeah, this flying machine makes the depths so much easier to navigate through. And, well, basically any area of the game, but the depths especially. There are a lot of just sudden cliffs that go on for a significant amount of elevation. And this thing just means I don't have to worry about it. Oh, I missed the marker, but it's okay. There shouldn't be anything south of that since it's just the light route area. It's also very satisfying to just shoot ninjas out of the sky like that. It's, air-to-air warfare. Not something I ever really expected out of a Zelda game, but I guess it works. Okay, and from here we're going to start heading down below. Oh, there must be another little dip on the other side of this. Hang on. That is another Talus. I'm pretty sure I've killed you. What type are you? Not luminous, but... looks like rare, maybe. Or just normal. Just normal. Okay. Either way, switch you over, and we'll be heading to this one. Starting to wonder if I should set the sensor to normal taluses instead of luminous. This area seems more luminous than not, or more normal talus than anything else, rather. Ooh, that is a blue-white frogs. I'm going to keep you. That frog is feeling especially vigorous. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the lake. We'll ping-pong back and forth through this, and then loop around, cover this area, and then head further north. Hang on. Oh, yes, please. Royal Claymore. I think that's worth dropping a stick for. Oh, especially with durability up? That is a very nice find. I think I'm going to give myself a new rule and say I'll stop at a monster camp if I need to recharge the battery. But otherwise I'm going to try and keep moving. That's a Hinox, isn't it? Yes, it is. Give him a bit of a rude awakening. And that is a flux construct. I can get rid of that. The other one looks like frog territory. Another blue-white. Look at you, big guy. I will leave that marker where it is. I think I'm just going to head up here and kind of curveball through this lower section. This lower area does feel like it might be a decent spot for a Talus to be hiding. Especially if... Oh, kind of want to go back here and check. Some of these Taluses do seem like they correspond to the Taluses on the surface. Not all of them. Like, this one doesn't. But this one is almost a one-to-one location with a surface Talus. This one's not. That's a lake, so there won't be a Talus there. There might be one here. It is right under a mountain. Or here. That's actually a really good spot for one. Oh, and then this one. Assuming this is a Talus, that's another one-to-one location for it. I should be checking that as we get further into the mountain areas and see how many of them are like that. That is a frost Talus. Pretty sure I've already handled you, but we're going to do a flyby and make sure. Already dealt with. Very good. So we're going to head past the light route, down to around here, and then just sort of go up and down over this as we get closer to that boss. Hey there, Roser. Welcome to the stream. Oh, this is a it's a Yiga hideout. Don't need to worry about those either. Just gonna loop through here quickly, but I don't think there's room for a Talus on the edge of Frog's territory. So I need to be turning around. This is a cliff that goes a little higher than I'm trying to search at the moment. Well, this is stream number 61, so that would be how many days? It's been a great game, honestly. It's impressed me how much I can look forward to just firing the game up at the end of the week and relaxing for a while. I do think that if I was pushing for 100% and trying to really push myself through it to play, 3 or 4 times a week, I probably would have burned out and ended up not enjoying the experience as much as I have. But the way I've managed it, honestly, I've had a lot of fun with it. What do we trade? 'Tis the question. Probably one of these. Yeah, that's worth it. I would... If you've played Breath of the Wild and you enjoyed that game, I can say pretty much without reservation you will enjoy this game as much, if not more. If you haven't played Breath of the Wild, this is basically a better version of Breath of the Wild, in my personal opinion. It feels a lot like they used the other game as a template and said, let's do better. And I think they did succeed with that. Overall, they did a really, really good job of using Breath of the Wild as a foundation to just build on. And yeah, I think they did a spectacular job of it. No. I am playing on my original generation Switch, actually. I've only ever gotten the one. Oh, this is just the temple boss. I will leave that marker. Going to loop through this on the way back down to the lake, cover this section too, and then we'll loop up to here and go into this section. Well, clearly I've already been up here. Otherwise there would be a ghost with a weapon there for me. That's fair. Personally, I don't... The FPS drops are pretty rare in this game. I think they did a good job of improving that over Breath of the Wild. And when they do happen, it's not really anything that bugs me too much. Okay. Yeah, and I think I'll basically just follow this route up to here now. Just gonna give one last look at this section of the coast. Monster camp, fair enough. Alright then, up we go. Let's check out that area around Satori Mountain, just underground. Yep. Just leave a marker there to head towards. I was just checking up here because I was curious to see if there was any particular formation topside that would explain the roots all going through the ceiling. Didn't really seem like there was anything notable up there, though. Ha! A Goma. So there's the Gibdo, there's also a Goma. Trying to... I should go over here and if this is the... what's it called? Octorok? That's a pretty decent that turns us into a pretty decent section to just do the boss rush. The last one would be up here. Oh, we're here. There are two up here that are Colgeras. Sadly, I don't think there's anywhere with just all four of them in very close proximity. Doesn't seem like it, at least. This is probably a Colgera, but there aren't any other bosses too close to it. Well, there's this one up here. Yeah, well. This is probably going to be where we come for the boss rush, then. We can go from one to the next. If this is an Octorok, we can go from one to the next to the next. And then just head up here through a frog or kill a frog on the way to them. Probably the more likely outcome. Okay, anyway. We're not going to be paying attention to you for now, although I do want to check this little ledge up behind you. And we'll be going through all of this and checking the Bloopy Burrow. Ah, no Talus hiding up here. Unfortunate. Wait a minute. That's not marked on the map. Where are you? Right over here. Okay, that's not really hiding at all. If this is the last Talus, it is! How did I miss this thing? It's right here in the open. Oi. Okay, I guess I deserved that. Come here, you. I have a hammer with your name on it. And that should be it. That right there is effectively 100%. I'm saying that and I have no idea how to feel about this. Ah. That should be it. You know, I'm thinking about it, and I know exactly how I missed this Talus. I was so excited and just fascinated by the existence of a bloopy burrow in the depths that I think I just forgot to actually take a close look at my surroundings on the way down. I don't know how I missed it on the way back out. But I know I came down here and I was looking directly at this big Poe down here. I must just not have looked to the right. Oh god, can't believe I didn't look. But, either way, that should be the last Talus I have to find. I want to go up here and check this boss really quickly before we head up topside and collect our well-earned medal. It should be just go up topside to collect that medal. Oh, darn it. That is the second time I've done that tonight. I'm basically just going to do my future self, a favor, and make sure I know where these bosses are, so that we can do a nice, efficient boss rush next week. And yeah, we can now say that definitively. Next week is going to be the finale of this 100% completion Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom playthrough. So, like I mentioned too, that's going to involve a boss rush of all of these temple bosses, along with all of the sort of mini-bosses in the overworld. We'll tackle the Silver Lionel. What I could do for Lionels is go take on this Colosseum one more time. That'd be fun. Along with all 4 different varieties of Gleeoks, at least 3, maybe 4 of the Taluses. I think Battle Taluses are unique enough that they deserve a mention in there. Might try and punch a Stalnox as well as a Black Hinox. I should only need to punch 1 frog. We'll definitely hit a Molduga as well. And just go through all the bosses, and the ones that aren't underground are going to be spectated by a very enthusiastic and willing Korok. The Korok is definitely going to be looking forward to this with eager anticipation, and is not in any way going to be protesting or cowering in fear. Why would it? That would be ridiculous. Oh no, it's a Gibdo. Ah, unfortunate. Okay, so the hunt continues then. This is just going to be a frog, I don't need to worry about that. It's going to be another frog. Although, I will swing by and check to see what type of frog that is. I just need to find a boss platform with a whatchamacallem. I don't know why I keep forgetting to say Octorok. There's one up here. We should check that one too. Yep, check that one. These ones I already know what they are. Those are definitely Colgera. So it's just a matter of finding the correct ones. Ooh, actually, if I delete this one, we can start with that, do this Gibdo on the way, and that would be a more efficient flight path. Oh, that's a Battle Talus. Ooh, fun times. Okay, that's just an obsidian frog. Yeah, let's go check this one next. Doesn't... I'm just sort of sitting here trying to process the fact that we are basically finished at this point. It's just going to be one last triumphant tour next week before we put the game down. I'm going to need to find another game to play. I mean, I'm also going through Unicorn Overlord at the moment, and... Well, I say that, I'm going through Unicorn Overlord, but that game is almost finished, too. I don't know that the next stream of that is going to be the last one, but there's a pretty decent chance it is. I'm pretty sure that the story finale is going to be what we do next time, and for anybody looking forward to that, it's not actually going to be tomorrow night. I did have something come up that is in the evening, and I'm just not going to be able to stream then. But that'll be Wednesday night, assuming no other emergencies come up. Really hoping they don't, but I'm not expecting them to. It's another obsidian frog. That is a flux construct. But yeah, we should be finishing the Unicorn Overlord playthrough, or finishing the story, on Wednesday. Assuming we do finish with Unicorn on Wednesday, then I'll probably be taking a bit of a stream break this weekend just to let myself decompress and figure out what we're going to do while we wait for Paper Mario to come out. The Thousand Year Door remake, or remaster? I'd have to look at it and figure out what they're calling it. That's probably going to be the next major playthrough I'm doing. Although there may be something else in between now and then, depending on how long we've got. I'm going to have to check and see exactly when the game is coming out so I can schedule things properly. But we'll see. It's another obsidian. Aha! We just found ourselves an Octorok. Perfect. So yeah, we'll start here. Basically just warp down to this light route, start here, work our way up here, head up here, and then finish with the Colgera up there. Very nice. I could also just use light routes to cut down the travel time, but it's fun to cruise through the depths. Just admire how dark it is. that's another frog. I guess it's probably too much to hope that that specific frog is going to be another blue-white frog. But I guess we will see. In just a moment. Yep, another obsidian. Ugh, how unfortunate. Going to check this frog too. Let's check both of these and make sure that this is in fact Kolkera. But that is something I'm pretty positive about. Kolkeras are relatively easy to spot on the map compared to any of the other bosses in the game. Hello there, Lionel. Would you be a silver Lionel by chance? I don't think he is, actually. I think that's a blue. Ow. Rude. Not supposed to be able to hit me. Ooh, that is a blue-white frog. Perfect. Okay, so that's what we do then. We can just go from here to here to here. I could teleport here and just save some time. Hit the... what's its name? Korok. Then fly over here, and then stop by Kolkera. Not bad. So this is probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream than usual as well. I'm not planning on going for too much longer tonight, assuming that was in fact our final Talus. I've gotten this section mapped out so I know where it is we'll be heading for this part of the tour. I might also take a look through the temples as well, just for some extra fun stuff along the way. Oh, that reminds me, I did want to check and make sure that there isn't in fact a respawn for that temple's boss. I don't think there is. I'm pretty sure it stays dead, which is unfortunate. It's one of the only bosses you're not allowed to rematch. But it's worth checking to make sure. Oh, and that is another one. Huh. So I guess if I want, I could just teleport here and then teleport to this one and cut down on even more travel time. Or we could just take the scenic route, fly through the whole thing. Yep, and there's Kolkera. Okay. So, one last thing to check while we're down here. Going to go ahead and set some markers on the map for myself, make sure I have a decent idea of where we're going for all of these bosses. And don't forget it by the time we get back to this next week. So let's head back here and see if there happens to be another boss lurking in this temple. Again, I don't think this one comes back, but I would rather check and make sure. Yeah, this is where we fought it. And there's nothing here anymore. Although I can come down here to talk to Minoru.
Aha. Aha. Well then.
Oh right, you can just get Zonite weapons down here. Oh, and that's the... right. Ancient blades are fusion items, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah. I don't think I've ever used one of these. It's your way of getting ancient arrows in this game. Okay, so no rematch for this boss then. Fair enough. Wait, it got rid of my marker. There we go. Okay, so let's head up top and claim our final medal. Also, don't need this equipment anymore. I can finally go back to my default. Hey there, you.
Oh.
It's been a while, Graylins.
Oh. Ah.
How about big monsters? Tell me about these Taluses. Yes, we did. Stone Talus Monster Medal. It is very fancy.
Oh.
Oh, there's more. Each and every large and unusual beast has been torn asunder. Oh, we don't get a medal to just complete the medal set for killing everything? How could you not have a medal for this occasion, Graylins? I am immeasurably disappointed in you. Oh, wow. Is there anything else I want to do just to scout? I don't think I'll have a hard time finding the taluses that I'm looking for. I know there's a rare talus down on this beach. And I can do... we can get this rare talus, go hit one of the igneo-taluses around Death Mountain. Yeah, so we can head this way. And that also runs me into this Frost Gleeok, which I would very much like to rematch. I'm going to put a skull there, I know exactly where it's hiding. And I think this will probably be the Thunder Gleeok that I tackle. The Fire Gleeok should probably be the one on the Bridge of Hylia. It's a pretty iconic one. The Moldugas... shoot, I got rid of all those markers. I know there's one right around here. Trying to remember where the Frost Taluses are there. I think this one is Frost, and if not, this one definitely is. So we'll probably... yeah, we're basically going to take this Korok on a grand tour of all of Hyrule. Go from here, all through the north side, head south, take down the Molduga, head west, and this is where we're going to kill the King Gleeok. Oh, I take it back. This is not the Gleeok we'll be fighting, or the Thunder Gleeok. It would feel weird to go to a Thunder Gleeok from a King Gleeok, so there's one down here. I think it's here. It's on one of these two ridges. I think it's this one. That's something we can check really quickly. So, pretty sure that's a Thunder Gleeok. Oh, there's a Flame Gleeok up here, too. No, I think the one at Lake Hylia is definitely the one to go for. Yeah, so we'll do this Frost Gleeok, this Fire Gleeok, this Thunder Gleeok, this King Gleeok. Oh, I do need to find a level 3 Flux Construct. I would do level 4. Those do exist, but they don't respawn and there are only 3 of them in the game. If I remember correctly. Oh right, I remember these things now. Those are another type of enemy that you can't go back and fight again. Wait, where are the constructs at? There they are. Oh, they don't go to level 4. Weird. I could have sworn there were level 4s in the... and this is where I took the picture of them. But I could have sworn there were level 4s in the underground labyrinths. I guess they were only level 3. Huh. Well, that's fine. We'll go find a level 3 in the sky really quickly, and also double check to make sure that this is in fact where the Gleeok is. And just make sure I've got all my ducks in a row for the grand tour next week. 998 seeds, and last 2 are exactly where I left them. So it should be in that direction. Yep, there you are. Yeah, so that's going to be our flight. We're going to go through Eldin Mountain, stop by here for the Frost Gleeok, and then head south. Hit the Frost Talus. Ooh, I should stop by here too, along the way. And make sure that we also fight Phantom Ganon. So yeah, we'll go Frost Talus, Molduga. Isn't there one right outside Gerudo Town? Let's find out. Hey there, Ferosh. That's another thing I would like to do. Assuming I get lucky enough, we're going to go say hello to Zelda and just ride around with her for a little while. Not with the Korok in tow. Not going to subject Zelda to that. Yeah, it's right over here. Perfect. So that'll be our Molduga. Frost Talus. That's right, there should be a Battle Talus somewhere along this adventure. I think this one's a Battle Talus, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. So Battle Talus here. Just make sure I highlight that so I don't forget where it is. The Fire Gleeok, Thunder Gleeok, King Gleeok. And then we head up north and eventually drop him off. Yep. We start with the Rare Talus. Oh, and the Black Hinox that I think is right around here. So the Hinox is just going to end up being our first stop on this adventure. Or maybe the last. Sorry. Might be better for it to be the last stop, because I'm definitely going to be breaking some weapons along the way. Yeah, so a nice, full, complete circuit of Hyrule. I'm sure this Korok is going to love me dearly by the end of it. There is no sarcasm involved. This Korok is going to be eternally grateful. Oh, right. Last thing I need to do is make sure I locate a Flux Construct. Level 3. This wouldn't happen to be a level 3 Flux, would it? Let me set my sensor. We'll make it a little easier to find. I feel like the most consistent spot to find level 3s are going to be these platforms that are just out on their own, away from any of the other islands. Mostly just trying to make sure I find one that's, you know, relatively in our flight path that I've already set up. Right. Forgot to set the tracker. Level 3. Oh, it is. Perfect. This would be a tricky Flux Construct to take out, but that also makes it fun. And we can basically just go either straight up from here, from the Gleeok, or come here first and then head down to the Gleeok. Probably up here and then down to the Gleeok, because I can come up here from this one. Yeah, and then we head from here to the... this battle Talus is kind of out of the way. Wonder if there's a better one. Let me check over here. If that's... I feel like there should be another battle Talus somewhere around here. Maybe there's one in this area. One of these. Probably not this one, but maybe... This one wasn't. This doesn't have enough room to roam. I don't think that one has it either. I'm not sure there's a battle Talus over here. Let me check this. Might also need to step away for just a moment in a minute. I suppose I could also punch that battle Talus that I found underground, but I'd rather do as many bosses as I can with the Korok along for the ride. Oh, it is! Perfect. Okay, so that will be our battle Talus. And that'll just be basically straight down from the Gleeok. We won't even have to head through the whole Hebrew region. Perfect. Okay, good. Let me make sure I put a marker up here too. To remind myself that we do in fact want to head up into the sky for that one. And this is just going to be a fantastic tour. I'll probably leave the Lionels alone up top. That'll be the only boss that I don't do up here with the Korok in tow, because we'll go down here to the Colosseum and fight them there instead. I think this works. It'll be a nice boss rush tour. Also going to be revisiting all of these memories too along the way. We'll probably just do one at a time as we go, instead of all at once. And yeah, it'll just be a great grand tour to close things out, and a nice recap of all of the story moments along the way. Alright. Well, I think that just about wraps things up for tonight. I think the only thing I might still want to try and do is tinker with the flying machine and see if I can streamline it a bit to make it easier to fly around with the Korok. We can do a little bit of that. I can't believe I never found this Korok. It's literally right in front of Link's house. How did I miss it for this long? I guess I could say that for a lot of the things I ended up missing. They were just sort of right in front of my nose, and I completely missed them. Leave me alone. Thank you, Tulin. Apparently, bokoblin bows are not really the best for dealing with this. Right, you. Come on. Seriously? These wolves are being particularly stubborn right now. Now, as for you, let me mess around with you and tinker a little bit. Over here. So, what I'm thinking is we need at least 2 more fans. So let's have 4 fans and strap them onto, well, a steering stick. I am so short on these things. It would help if I have something else, but I'm also trying to avoid having too much weight on this device. Let's see. So, the one I'm currently using just basically has these 2 flat with the steering stick at an angle. Oh, jeez. Seriously. All I'm trying to do is experiment. And I'm being harassed by wolves and skeletons and everything else along the way. So, if I was to, let's say, just attach 2 of them, how does it work again? So, yeah. Let's at least rebuild it as is. Which I guess I can just do with this. Make it easy. And then we'll build from there. Oh. So here's a thought. What if I... basically just attach them... I might need to go up to 6 of each fan. Because otherwise I don't think I can position the steering stick in the middle the way I'd like to. But... if we do something like this... I might be able to do 2. Let's see. If I get the perfect angle on it... the trick is going to be getting that perfect angle. Like that, and then these 2 on the back. Oh, it's going to give me trouble, isn't it? Yeah, it's gonna give me trouble. Okay. Well... It wants to be stubborn. I can make it work. I can actually just have these lying flat, can't I? And attach them like that. As long as this gets tilted properly. So it needs to look like this. Oh, not quite. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how effective this is going to be without giving it that extra bit of stability with a third. Can I even ride this? I'm not sure if it's got enough room for me to get onto it. No, I cannot. Okay. So, not effective. I think I'm going to need a third. It's way too finicky. Although that does seem like it's stable. It's just a matter of actually getting it to attach properly. It does not help either that my working area is as cramped as it is. I think we might have gotten it. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm not talking to you. Shoo. Let's see. Okay, so this works. Actually, it works quite nicely. And we can go down pretty easily, as usual. Good. Okay. I can work with this. Seems pretty stable. So let's see how it does with a Korok on the other end of it. You're going to be traveling Hyrule in style, little guy. Alright, let's see. Oh, this is much better. It still drags things down in the front, but the extra two fans do a lot for making this better. It's so much more stable. Oh, I like this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and save this as a schematic for myself. Make sure it's a little easier to get right when we come back to this next week. But I think that is the last step of preparation we need to make. We should be ready to go, and when we come back next week, we will be taking this little guy on a very grand tour of Hyrule. Ah, it's always nice to just come in here and let Link rest after an adventure too. Pop up on hearts and, you know, feels appropriate. So the one tricky bit, I think, of the tour next week is going to be finding Zelda at some point. Ideally, it'll be after I finish with dragging this Korok all over Hyrule, so that I don't have to worry about dropping him off. But it is something I'd like to do before we go fight Ganondorf. Which is how we're going to close things out, is beat the final boss one more time, and then let the credits roll. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun, and it'll be nice to actually get these last couple of seeds and go tell Hestu that we finished his task. And it'll be nice to do that tour. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I hope the Korok finds it entertaining too. I'm sure there will be no complaints. Yeah. For now though, this is where we're going to call it a night. Like I said, a bit earlier than usual, but we did find everything we wanted to get done for now, and got all the prep done to make the tour pretty straightforward next time. So yeah, everything I wanted to get done is done. So thank you to everybody who's tuned in tonight. It's been great to have you all along for this adventure, and I hope to see you next time for the finale. It's been a very long time coming, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I should have that stream scheduled shortly after this one is over, so you should be able to see it coming up on the channel if you'd like to hang out again. It's going to be next Sunday, around the same starting time as usual. And yeah, that's about everything for now. For anyone who might have missed it earlier, the Unicorn stream that I was hoping to do tomorrow is getting pushed back to Wednesday instead. That should already be rescheduled on the channel, so you should be able to see the updated date that that's going to go live. I shouldn't have to push it back anymore, really hoping to avoid that. And I'm also not entirely sure that there's going to be an AR video this week. Chaos Season has been very quiet for me, so haven't really found any standout matches yet. But maybe I'll find a couple on the last day. Last day usually ends up having at least one fun one, so here's hoping. Other than that, I think that's about everything for now, so thank you once again to everybody who's been here. It's been a treat to have you along for this, and I hope to see you all again next time. So until then, take care, have a good night, good luck with whatever games you're playing, and I will see you all next time.